Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, as you've seen by the title, we have an insane video. I'm super excited. This is some crazy stuff and I'm known for doing some crazy things, so to some of you this might not be a surprise. But today we are going to be starting a fish tank. Now unlike any other fish tank, this one is going to be wildlife. So these are like fish that you normally would catch if you're a fisherman. It's like bass, bluegill, catfish, stuff like that. So I just bought a very big fish tank that should be able to get the job done. Now it's nothing crazy big like an aquarium or anything like you'd see in an aquarium, but it is big enough to be holding the fish that we're gonna catch. So this is the fish tank. It is a 55-gallon fish tank. Pretty dang big. I just got it off like Facebook Marketplace. Got this with the filter for only 50 bucks. So definitely well worth it. It is super dirty and I gotta clean it. I actually put some LED lights behind it because I figured it'd look cool once I get all the rocks and stuff and fish in it. But first off, it needs to be clean. So to start off the fish tank, I got a bunch of rocks and stuff from my garden and driveway. I just cleaned them all up right now, so they should be pretty clean once we put the water in. But before I do any of that, I gotta start cleaning this bad boy so that the water is somewhat clear once we put it in, and then the filter will do the rest of the work. All right guys, so I got all the stuff to start cleaning, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so the tank is finally clean. I'm going to start by getting the rocks, rinsing them out again, and laying them across the bottom. And once that is all done, we can finally fill the tank, and then go get the fish. Alright guys, so we got the rocks in. It's actually looking pretty good. I like the way it's looking. Put some signs and stuff behind it and LED lights, like I said, just to make it, look a little cooler. I will be adding some stuff inside of the tank. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to attempt or try to put it in there. So now I'm gonna go grab some water from the sink. I will be using tap water just because it will keep it clear. You can't really use tap water unless you dechlorify it, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. So don't worry if you know what you're talking about and stuff in terms of fish. So I actually won't be getting the fish until tomorrow because I need to make sure there's no chlorine and stuff inside the water before I put the fish in. But without further ado, let's put the water in. Alright guys, so as you can see here, we got the tank filled up all the way. We also have the filter running. Thanks to Jacob for helping me out. He helped me put the water in as well. It's looking pretty clear, not gonna lie. It is slightly foggy, so I will put some stuff in there to make it more clear. I haven't dechlorized it yet, which is what this is for, so I was putting that in next. But after I do that, tomorrow, Jacob's actually gonna help me catch the bass and the bluegill. Possibly a catfish. For sure, bass and bluegill are going in here tomorrow though. And if we get lucky, a catfish as well. Alright guys, so it's the next day. Jacob and I are now about to go fish and catch the fish. The bluegill and the bass for the fish tank. The fish tank is super clear. The glass is kind of dirty, so it might not look like as clear as it really is. But I put some stuff in it. The water should be dechlorified now. It's looking pretty dang good. So now, Jacob and I are going to catch some fish. So for bass, because we're going to a pond, I'm just going to use Texas rig worm like I always do because it is literally the best way to catch a bass. And then for bluegill, we're going to put this net in the water and bring some bread. Toss the bread in the net, they'll swim out, and then boom, we'll pull the net up and catch them. Just because I don't want to take the time to catch the bluegill. Plus when I'm fishing for bass, Jacob can do this technique and we'll get it done quicker because the faster we get these things home, the better. So without further ado, let's catch some fish.
Go fishing.
Alright, so we got my fishing pole. Check. We got the net. And we got, of course, we need a cooler. And that should be all we need. So let's go. Alright, guys. So we made it to the pond. It's actually back there behind those trees. We fished here before in a video. Actually, I think my first video ever on this channel for fishing. Alright, so like I said earlier, I'm actually just going to bring some lunker logs because I believe that's the best way to catch pond fish. So unfortunately, I haven't been to this pond in a while, and as you can see, it is very overgrown with vegetation and stuff. But honestly, that's all right. It's not going to affect us too much. Just might take a little bit longer to find the right size of fish. A lot of times I like to hang out near the bank here so I can really see what size they are, and then I'll cast for them because although obviously your goal is to catch a big fish usually, today is not that day. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna start off by catching the bass first while Jacob fills up that cooler with water, because the bluegill should be relatively easy to catch. So I want the fish in the cooler for the least amount of time possible. So I'm gonna have Jacob fill that up while I catch a bass. All right, so there's a bass right in front of me here. See if I can get his attention. Got him. Got him. And it's a perfect size. That did not take long at all, baby. Let's go. That is actually perfect for the fish tank. And we got him right away. All right, so we got him. Put him in the water. There you go, buddy. Chill out, chill out, chill out. He'll calm down soon. All right, now let's catch some bluegill. Unfortunately, it's very windy out right now. So catching bluegill is gonna be a lot harder because usually they sit by the edge here and we can just start feeding them bread, but we can't see them. And they might not even be by the edge just because of the fact that the water's moving this much. But we'll try our hardest to catch some bluegill. All right, so we finally found some bluegill. Okay, so we got their attention. So we're gonna put the net here like that. And then we're gonna toss some bread in it. So put some bread inside of it. So I'm gonna attract them actually. See, he's into that bread. Let's get down though. Let's get low so they can't really see us as well. Oh, I got one. Well, that was easy. I got one on the rod. That wasn't quite the plan, but that's actually perfect because this guy is a great size. So I'm gonna let Jacob keep working the net here and trying to get him into the net, and then he can catch a fish. But bluegill number one, let's get it. All right, here we go. Now I do want a smaller one just because I think it'd be cool. Trying to have, you know, some variety in the tank. And we got our second one. There was literally nothing on the hook. I was actually just dangling the hook. No. And he bit the hook, so there you go. That's number two. Second bluegill in the bucket. And I think we're gonna catch one more bluegill and we're done. All right, so we decided just to go with 3 fish for today because we wanna get these guys home before they start suffocating or anything. I mean, they shouldn't for a very long time because they are in the water, but why take the chance? So these are our pet fish for now, and let's go. All right, guys, so we just got back to the house. Time to unload these fish. Once Jacob opens the basement door, I'm gonna go through there and put these fish in the tank. They had a good ride. They weren't even in here very long. They were doing great, as you can see, so that's good. Just gonna get these fish in here now. Fish 1, fish 2. All right, let them get some more water and go. Watch out, buddy. Hey Google, turn on my lights. And they're in. All right, guys, we got the 3 fish in. They're gonna have to adapt to their new environment for a little bit. Kind of figure out their surroundings like they did to the cooler. But yeah, got the 3 fish here. So the fish are doing pretty well. We have them named already, so I'm gonna tell you guys the names. The bass's name is going to be Frank. Okay, so that's Frank, or Frankie Jr. This guy's name's Tom, and then the other bluegill's name is Jerry. And then we hopefully are going to be getting a catfish soon, and his name is going to be Larry. So we have Frank, Tom, Jerry, and Larry. Pretty cool names if you ask me. And yeah, so this is their new home. They're doing pretty well. So that about wraps up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions or any tips or anything, for the tank, or just any questions or whatever, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to answer them. I hope you guys enjoy this type of content. I think it's very cool to have a fish tank like this one where it's not exotic fish, it's natural wildlife. So I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, that about wraps up for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps me out. And share the channel to your friends if you enjoyed this type of content. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe button. But until next time, this is Nate. Peace out.